Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to another session with Mr. Smeef, your hopefully always humble servant. Being humble is not all that easy to maintain, is it? But we must try and succeed at being humble, in my humble opinion. Anyway. Another edition of Television is Psychological Warfare, but by television I now also mean social media, movies, even radio, even plays and books, computer games. What we got here is an example of some of the worst psychological warfare, psychological manipulation I've seen from a Tic Toc. And look what it says there. It says, "Why are people still straight like it's 2021? Grow up." Why are people still straight? So now they're shaming us for being heterosexual? And then it says, like it's 2021, grow up. That is so insulting and infuriating. What is this guy? He's all of what, 18? He doesn't know anything. And they tell us to grow up, right? Look, the communist, Marxist, corporate capitalist, whatever ist you want to call them, it all comes down to Satanism, right? But the people, the same people that started the Roman Empire and let it collapse, and then started the Byzantine Empire and let it collapse, and the same people, bloodline and groups of people that killed the Nicholas Tsar II of Russia and murdered his family, and then, created the Bolshevik Revolution. The same people that funded the Nazis, right? The Nazis, they called it National Socialism or Social Nationalism. All these isms, it's all about absolute power and control and the destruction of the goyim, human cattle, useless eaters. They have many names for us. Why are people still straight like it's 2021? Grow up, right? They always use this, They always use this tactic, our new way is better. Why are you still following the old way? Right? The Nazis would say that to the Hitler youth. This is the new way. The old way sucks. Right? The same tactic. The communist Chinese youth used to do the same thing. They were brainwashed into believing there's a new way coming. No. There is no new way coming except destruction. We're not going to grow up, and we're not going to listen to a bunch of punk-ass children who have been brainwashed into believing that this new letter people aspect of this, Marxist movement is a better way. We're not going to fall for it, right? We're not going to fall for it. But this is another example of how they get you hooked on these movements and psychological warfare. And now, it's getting so ridiculous. They're saying it's bad to be straight. And, again, like in a previous video I talked about, the one I did with Family Guy, they referred to the 50s because everybody thinks the 50s was so archaic and women were oppressed and alternative lifestyles were oppressed and it was racist and all that stuff. And it wasn't like that. But they want you to think the old way is just so bad, so bad, so bad, so bad. And they're going to bring in the new way, but the new way leads to destruction, as it always does, and oppression. This, I'm trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to say on this. But I think enough said. You get the idea. Grow up. Some child is telling us adults to grow up. But that's how they do it. Just don't forget Hitler youth, Chinese communist youth. They all do the same thing. The government gets the youth to rebel against their parents. Oh, I know what I wanted to add. Research the Georgia Guidestones. These powers that be, these people that run the international banks and the United Nations, they want to lower the population. So this whole thing about shaming straight people is a tactic. Again, it's part of their warfare tactic to get people to not have children. You don't want to be straight. That's so 2015. Oh, that's so 50s. Oh, somebody pulled out one time when I was talking. He goes, yeah, it's a little too 50s in here. He was referring to what I was talking about. And I just looked at him like, man, I'm going to give you a knuckle sandwich. All right. I guess that's pretty much sums it up. I think you get the idea. Yikes. What is happening to our children? Anyway, the answer, as always, is to reconnect with the Most High God. And hopefully some of you guys that are not into the scriptures and into the Bible will start looking into it. I never thought I would, and look at me. I promote the scriptures all the time, and I really do believe with all my heart that the answer's in there. So, this is your humble servant, Mr. Smith. Please like and subscribe. It'll really help me out. And we will have a blessed rest of your day, evening, week. And we'll see you on the next one.